So for years we've had a very vibrant SWAG program, Sexuality, Women's, and Gender Studies at Rollins, and I headed that up for a number of years. It's rotated around from different faculty. And so in 2011 we hosted a conference called Still Moving That Mountain, and Gloria Steinem and Patricia Schroeder, because they had known each other and were friends, came and did a panel discussion about gains that could still be made for women's equity, gains that had already been made, and Pat was very instrumental in those. And so at that point, it was 2011, we did the presentation, sorry about my hair. We did the presentations and the conference, and I realized no one had ever reached out to her to ask her, to invite her to teach on campus. She lived in Celebration. And so she and I built a class, it was 2012, and students mostly wanted to walk through the upcoming election with her. So we built a class called, it was Social Political Philosophy, and looking at the 2012 election with issues of sex and gender and equity. And so we taught the class. The students were amazed, first up, just to have a legend in the classroom with them. And they learned so much from her. So one of the things that's been, I think, most inspirational for students is watching how she's inspired multiple generations, right? So, I mean, it's not just me. It's folks like Anna Eskamani, a Florida lawmaker, folks like President Emeritus Rita Bornstein at Rollins that she was friends with and compadres with. And so when I was a little girl, I would see Pat Schroeder on TV and the House of Representatives with their kids playing on the floor because they hadn't figured out how childcare was going to work. So she was an inspiration to me, helping folks in my generation realize you can achieve anything you want. Look, there are women in the House, women eventually in the Senate. And then for my students, when they heard from her that early on, as she was elected, when she went to the swearing-in ceremony, they tried to swear in her husband. They tried to swear in Jim. He kept saying, no, no, it's her. But she said, and she said in countless interviews, they didn't really want me there. They kept telling me that didn't I know I was taking some man's job. So her success in the face of that has been a big inspiration to students. She has a career as a lawmaker and as an attorney before even she came to the House, and so they saw professional development of hers there. And then in the class, we analyzed kind of milestones of U.S. policies that she had helped contribute to, things like sorry to say so much, things like healthcare, things like family medical leave, health work balance items. And so she sparked students at Rollins to go on and continue work in those sorts of fields. She inspired Rollins alums that are now attorneys. She inspired Rollins alums that have been active in politics and are now working on the Hill. She inspired, I'd say her inspiration is still with Rollins alums who were up in Tallahassee a couple days ago speaking about House Bill 999 that would impact higher education. And so this is the kind of multiple generational legacy that she's left at Rollins with students. And so I've had colleagues and alumni shooting me emails and condolences all day long, but to hear from past students who are everywhere from 18 to mid-30s, mid-40s, who mark her as one of their kind of rock star heroes has been amazing.
I would ask you more, but I feel like I want to make sure we put that in there.
Okay.
Is that okay?
That's fine. That's fine. I hope it made sense, kind of.
No, it did. I feel like I want to focus with you. Is there anything else about Central Florida that I should put in there as far as her impact?
It's not just Central Florida, but these issues loom large in Central Florida. Another thing students realized was she wrote 2 books. So she's managed to do 24 years, almost a quarter century, right, of work as a representative in the House. And she wrote a book in 1989 titled Champion of the Great American Family, again, looking at work-life balance issues. And then in 1998, her book, 24 Years of Housework and the Place is Still a Mess, the students really enjoyed grappling with those because they see the issues as continuing, right? Not fully addressed yet. The issues spoke to them as one in their daily lives as they try to have professional careers, men or women, trying to have professional careers and handle potential family engagements or other parts of life too. So I'd say those two books and her impact on family has been super strong in the Central Florida area.